Hello!
Hola!
¿Cómo estás? That's our Tuesday call. Welcome to Monday's call in English. What's up, everybody? What's happening? Where are our humans? I know you're out there. It takes a little second for you guys to see that we're going live and y'all jump on with your craziness. I'm going to jump onto Facebook down here and make sure everything's okay.
Everything's peachy.
Let's see what we got going on. I know some people are traveling today. There we go. There's Tanea. There's Jill. What's up? What's up, Tanea? We need to chat. We got things to talk about. Some business. What's up, Ashley? What's going on? Caroline, how are you? How are Lou? Let's see. Oh, that's Dutch. There you go. You got to teach me how to speak Dutch. That would be all. I'm not confused already trying to pick up Spanish. Let's just go ahead and add Dutch to it.
Right.
Let's do that. What's up, Kim? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Bev. How are you? I heard and saw that you guys had a great training this past Saturday. Glad that we could jump in there. Mr. Taylor Worry is here. What's up, Taylor? What an event last week was. Awesome to see you, my friend. Tim Cox is on. He's the guy traveling. I don't know if he's still in Canada or where he's at right now. What's up, everybody? What's up, Miss PJ? What's going on, girl? What's he doing back there? We got the craziest dog. This guy, Mr. Blanco, is on. What's up, Carlos? Yes, yes, yes. So we are, it's like Chinese. Is Dutch like Chinese? Well, I need to learn Chinese too. So I guess I'll just be, I speak English really bad, and I guess I'll just keep adding Spanish to it and Dutch and Chinese to it. What's up, Carrie? Ken, what's going on? Nice to see so many of you amazing humans on here this morning with us. We are excited to be able to do this weekly with you because we love, love, love what we do. Last month was insane, guys. What a great month. Great month for the company. Stock is still doing really well. We got the hair care launch coming up 1 week from today. I know Canada just had a tour going on. Canada, you guys must be sky high right now with the Vitality Stack tour that's going on, and that's why Tim Cox was out there. But we've got a lot to be grateful for and a lot to be excited about. What's up, Mandy? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tracy Pugh from Southeast Florida. Got my directions right. It's on. Let's jump into this thing, guys. We want to talk to you about our way to apply core value number 4. Core value number 4 is that we are resilient. We are resilient. If you're not resilient in network marketing, you probably are not going to make it. I'm just going to say you might make a few bucks. You might get some people on the products and they're going to benefit from the products. But if it's your endeavor to make a few $100, and you're not resilient, it's going to be rough because not everybody that you put on the product is going to have the same results that you have. And some people are I remember the first time someone told me they had a headache, that they got a headache from taking Protandim. And I remember the first time that I heard that their heart was beating faster. And both times I remember thinking, oh no, like, Is Protandim good for them? Like, because we were new. We were brand new. Even though we had heard all these things and we just we didn't experience enough. What's up, Melissa? We hadn't experienced enough greatness with the product that when we heard those things, we were like, uh-oh. I don't know about you.
Yeah, sure. Makes you second guess yourself.
Right. So we know that there's a lesson to be learned, right? Core value number 4, we're resilient, but there's a lesson to be learned in every obstacle. There's going to be obstacles, and the way you handle those obstacles is everything. I put a post out this week about when things don't go your way, instead of getting frustrated, getting fascinated. And I don't know where that came from. I don't know if that's a Tony Robbins thing. It's not a Brandon thing. I'm not that smart. But I don't know. I wasn't taught to do that. I've always been that way. When things frustrate me, I just view it as a challenge, and we dig in. We dive in, and we figure it out. So we get fascinated. But we wanted to share with you, Lynette and I wanted to share with you guys some things this morning that maybe some of you don't realize or think that we were immune to. because we certainly had our failures. We certainly had our frustrating moments. So
Yeah, well, I remember sitting at Elite Academies and looking at the people on the stage, the elites, and thinking to myself, this probably was easy for them. Like they probably didn't have to deal with the same things that I've dealt with or am dealing with, and all of my personal situations that we're going through, and so I think it's important to every once in a while share with others some of your failures, some of your challenges, so that they realize that what they're going through is normal. When you're going through it, you think it's just you. You think that nobody else has this problem. Well, let me tell you, anybody who's built a network marketing business has gone through their fair share of challenges. So I just jotted down a couple things that Brandon and I were reflecting on that, we went through. Like, for example, my kids were 2 and 4 when we started this business. So I was a little hesitant to have strangers coming into my house to do in-home presentations. So there was a hotel right up the street, and I was like, I'd rather pay to rent a room out than have these strangers come to my house. It's just, y'all know me by now. I'm like, what, anyway. But nonetheless.
We rented out the breakfast room of the Country Inn
and Suites.
Country Inn and Suites. We're going to take a picture and put that up somewhere at some point, because a team of over 120,000 people started at the Country Inn and Suites in the breakfast room in Seffner, Florida.
Yeah, but we had to pay for it. And so you pay, you're deciding, is this business going to be anything? Is it worth my effort? You're paying, you've already paid for your pack, right? Now you're paying to rent a room, and no guests. None. Like
3 distributors.
Great. Now what? And that didn't happen just one time, you guys. That happened multiple times. And so it's something that you need to know, because we also had those in-home meetings. The guy who Fred was renting a room from opened up his house to have an in-home meeting.
That's where the first home meeting happened. That was the very first home meeting outside of our house, where we were going to present for the first time. So we had a home meeting at our home where we had some people that helped us. Melissa was there. Some other folks were there to come in and help us do our very first meeting. But then when it was our turn, when they left, it was time for us to do a home meeting. So we planned it. Fred and Casey were now in the business. This is like 3 weeks in or 4 weeks in. And it was a guy that he knew that we were going to do the home meeting at his house, right? So he wasn't there. He showed up late to his own meeting. He walks in late with a pack of beer, 6-pack of beer, walks right past all of us, straight to the back of the house, what I'm guessing was his room. I'm like...
He didn't even say hello. He did one of those head nods with his beer.
Right.
Walks right past us. We're like...
Right. And
okay.
And we had that many guests at the meeting.
No, so it's a frustrating time, because you're still trying to decide if this is real or not, right? And so, those questions come to your mind. Did I make a bad decision? But we pushed through. Every time those questions came to mind, we pushed through. We've shared many times that when Brandon and I were at the rank of Pro 5, which to me, at that point, I really thought that I was going to be rock solid in my belief because of the income that you're making at that point. Both of us, individually, separately, had the feeling of wanting to quit the business. We're like, it's not worth it. We're working our butts off and it's not worth it. And I think to myself, I legitimately was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be done now. I want to be done now. And I think back to, well, what if we had said, that's it?
Or what about we enrolled a guy that was really good at enrolling people? Really good. The very first incentive, he won the incentive. He was really, really good at enrolling people, but did zero training, zero support. So Lynette and I happily jumped in there, but there came a time where we were not only you can only be in so many places at one time, right? One place at one time. And we got the feeling like we were doing everybody's work and couldn't keep up. So if you've ever felt like that, like, you're doing the work for you and for your team, if you've ever felt like that, like this isn't right, they should be doing their work too because they're making money off of what I make or what I'm doing. Like I'm leaving my kids, my wife is getting a babysitter, we're doing all this work and this person's making money and they're doing nothing. We felt that way too before. It's called stinking thinking. That's not the way you should think.
Well, I was going to say too, you said we gladly stepped in and did that. Well, it wasn't always gladly. We had those times where we were like, dude, you enrolled them, you train them. Like you go support them. You take their 3-way phone call. Why do we have to do it for you? He's collecting money off of our work. And you get that stinking thinking. But here's the thing. We silenced it and we did it anyway. We didn't tell him, look, if you're not going to support, don't enroll anybody else. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but at the moment in time, we were kind of fed up with it. We're like, they're your people, do something with them. Well, let me tell you something. That led to a $200,000 leg.
There's a Pro 8 in that organization now.
If we didn't accept that, okay, mentally, we just came to a decision. Listen, his role in our business is that he's going to bring people to the table, and that's it. That's all he's going to do. But that's not a bad thing if you just recognize it and are willing to move on. So, and then like Brandon said, he's collecting a check and you might start thinking, well, shoot, I'm building this man's business. I'm doing all the work and he's getting all the money. He's not getting all the money. You're building your business. So don't worry about who else benefits from your effort. You're building your business and you're helping other people to build their business. If there's beneficiaries along the way, whether they're slammed in between or above or where, don't worry about that. That is stinking thinking. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm incredibly thankful that we silenced those voices in our head. But it's important you know that they were there. It's important you know that we had to deal with those very emotions, but we did, and we pursued. And it's led to good places.
So we want you guys to understand that whatever you're experiencing, someone else or we have experienced. No one is immune to disappointment. I mean, just a couple months ago, I flew all the way out to Texas to do some meetings, and there were 5 appointments set before an opportunity meeting that night. All five no-showed. 5 cancellations. That happened just a couple months ago, 9 years into this business. 9 years from now, you guys are going to be doing meetings and getting no-showed. But it's okay. It's okay, right? Because that is part of this business. Is if everybody said yes, there would be no opportunity. Period. If everybody said yes, there would be no opportunity for you guys. The opportunity is that people will say no. That's the opportunity. That's what gives you the opportunity to be able to build a large organization. Because if everybody said yes, then people would end up in someone else's organization, not just yours, right? So be resilient. No entrepreneur goes through life with thin skin and survives. You've got to have thick skin. And network marketing is the ultimate way for someone to be in business for themselves that may not have the opportunity otherwise. Think about that. Think about all your current situation. Could you own your own business right now if it cost $100,000 to be in? Could you own your own business right now if it took 60 hours in addition to what you're already doing? Because you got to work to pay your bills. Could you own your own business and put 60 hours in that? Not that you're putting 60 hours in your network marketing business. That's the beauty, is you get to put in the hours that you have or that you're willing to give up to build your business. And that's what's so awesome about network marketing, is it's the ultimate way for an entrepreneur to be in business without the risk of financial disaster. Because, who can lose you guys? Every one of you, you're not going to be homeless if you lose $1,000, right? If you get a platinum pack and you don't make any money, you will not be homeless. But if you invest $100 grand or $200 in a business and that goes south, you may be homeless, right? So it's the ultimate thing to be involved in, to build the skills necessary to be a highly paid entrepreneur. There are a lot of entrepreneurs that do not make what Pro 7s, Pro 8s, Pro 9s, and Pro 10s make, a lot of them. And so one of the things you're going to have to do, though, is be resilient. And these core values, guys, that's what this is. These core values were outlined as the guide for things that you should embrace that will allow you to be successful. These 7 core values, if you do these things in every phase of your business, you will start to see success. So wanted to share that with you guys this morning. Last week, we had the privilege of being around some amazing entrepreneurs, and I've got some notes that I wanted to share with you, some specifics that you guys can put in action today that will start helping you build your business. And it's sort of scripts, but not scripts. Like scripts are, people see through scripts. So first of all, when we're talking about scripts are there to give you an idea of what to say, not exactly what to say, right? If you your friends smell scripts. They smell lack of authenticity. So when you get a script, internalize it, okay? And then put it in your words. That's the best thing that you can do, all right? But I wanted to share some things with you guys this morning that I took some notes on about ways that you can use leading questions. Lead, like Leading, leading. My South Louisiana still comes out sometimes. Who dat? I had to kind of throw that in for my Saints fans. Division champs, just saying. So maybe you've been having a conversation on Messenger or text message or however you communicate with people. Maybe someone is posting on their Facebook wall that they're struggling with losing weight, right? And you're in a conversation with them. So these questions go like this, and I'm just going to read them to you. I'll probably go ahead and post these questions inside the thread on this Facebook Live, just so you guys have them for the people who can't take notes. But the first question is, do you mind if I ask you how long you've suffered from XYZ? So XYZ could be out of a job, could be weight loss, could be not sleeping at night, could be my dog has been sick, okay? Do you mind if I ask how long you've been suffering with XYZ? What's up, Bridget? Next question. Has anything worked for you in the past? Has anything worked for you in the past? He's going to bark like crazy. Oh, okay. This dog. Has anything worked for you in the past? That's the next leading question, all right? The third leading question. Why didn't it work for you in the past? Do you see what's going on here? Like, what you're trying to do is get them into a conversation, but telling you why things haven't worked in the past. Like, in other words, leading them down a path where they don't have an answer, right? That's where this is going. And then the final question would be, are you open to trying something different? And then in my other notes over here, you do not give them the link to the video or to our information until you get a positive response back. So important, guys. So these leading questions that I just gave you is just a framework that you can use to have a conversation, because the person that's asking questions is winning always. The person answering the questions is answering the questions and in control, right? Someone else has got the puppet strings, the person asking the questions. So you want to make sure that when you ask that last question, are you open to trying something different, that you wait for a positive response. If you don't get a positive response, what's the chances they're going to watch your video?
Pretty much not.
Pretty much not. They're not going to watch it, right? So make sure that you're using those leading questions. Then, once you kind of have a conversation, so those were questions to get them to look at the information. Okay, now imagine they've looked at the information, you've called them back, or you're texting them back, and I'm going to give you a little golden nugget on follow-up. Did I say nugget? Hold on a second. I need some more Axio. Say something to him.
at that?
I don't know. Give them a nugget.
I'm fresh out of nuggets right now.
Okay, let's go. All right, so that's funny. You follow up with people, and once you follow up with them, here is something you may want to use to close the deal, right? So you acknowledge your prospect's situation, and then you say something like, based on what you've shared with me, I may or may not have a good solution for you. And then offer to send them the link, right? So if you get to engage in a conversation where they're having a conversation with you and they're sharing with you the world's problems, you may want to just share that with them. Hey, based on what you shared with me, I may or may not have a solution for you. Would you be willing to look at a link? Or would you be willing to try something that I have got amazing results from? Or would you be willing to jump on a phone call with Lynette? She's had a similar situation to you, and she's had amazing results. Based on what you've said, we may or may not have a solution. Do you want to jump on a phone call, right? So those are all very strong psychological ways of getting this information in front of other people. And I think that it's extremely powerful for you. One thing that was shared as well that I thought was awesome was once they agree to take the link, whatever that link is that you're going to share with them, once they take that link, you want to set the follow-up before you hang up the phone, right? Or before you send them the link. And how would you do that? So it would be something like this. So we've already gone through this exercise. Lynette's ready for the link. So now we're setting up the appointment, right? So I would say, Lynette, like on the phone, so when's a good time? When do you have 15 minutes?
I could probably look at it around 3 this afternoon after I'm done with the kids. Yeah.
Okay, so around 3 o'clock, you can look at it. So I'll send you the link just a few minutes before 3 o'clock. All right. Text message is the best way to get the link?
Yep.
Okay. It's about a 13-minute video. So I'll call you back at 3:15, right? So if I call you back at 3:15, does that sound fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Does that sound fair is a golden question, okay? Because that is a very powerful way to use the English language because they're agreeing to you that that's fair, that you're not bugging them, you're not selling them, right? So if I call you back at 3:15, does that sound good? Is that fair? Yeah, that's fair, right? And so that is a way to set up the follow-up on the original call. If you don't do that, they're not going to answer the phone most likely at 3:15. They're just not, right? So these are all things that we like to share with you. Of course, we are also sharing these golden nuggets in our virtual workshops. I hope you guys are watching our virtual workshops that we're doing monthly. They are posted on the YouTube channel at Team True Blue. Just go to YouTube, put in Team True Blue, subscribe so that you see the videos immediately. You don't have to have someone send it to you. You get a notification from YouTube if you are a subscriber and you get all these trainings. You're going to be getting those monthly, right? So just wanted to share some of those golden nuggets that I think are nuggets that are really, really important for your business. So what's next?
Did you say that the whole 2019 schedule is...
I was going to leave that at the end.
Okay.
Go ahead, drop it on.
Well, because you were just talking about the online workshops, you guys, right now at teamtrueblue.org, the entire year of dates, training, virtual workshops, lead school, the whole deal. It's already posted so that you can plan accordingly. When you see a virtual workshop posted, that's your cue to get with some of the other people in your area to plan a little event at your house where you can have a little snack, whatever. It starts with an opportunity meeting. It's an opportunity to get guests in front of the information. And then to have a little bit of a training immediately following. So those are little events already on the calendar set up for you to take advantage of and benefit from personally. And then of course the lead schools, if they're in your area, getting to those, locations. But
so did you say the events tab? Go to teamtrueblue.org, go to the events tab, and just scroll down. There's a few flyers that are posted there. But if you scroll down, you'll get past the calendar and you'll see then the 2019. So please share that little nugget with your team, because I can't tell you how many times we get asked, when's the training? When's the workshop? When's the next lead school? When's this? When's that? That is why we posted it, to eliminate that question. The whole year is posted there. Now, that's not to say that we're not going to add to. There are a couple events that we're considering doing in 2019 that we will add to that schedule, but we're not going to remove anything from that schedule. So what's there is going to happen.
And just a reminder that 1 week from today, the hair care launch. So create an event. You guys, people want to be a part of stuff that is fun. People want to be a part of culture. They're looking, everybody has a desire to have more money, but they also want to be a part of something that they enjoy. Create an environment that will be enjoyable. Have an event where they can be a part of the hair care launch and learn about everything else that we have to offer here at LifeVantage.
Yeah, that's huge. We've talked about community and building a community, and it's bigger than we even realized. We knew it was important, but we didn't know how important building the right community is. But it's extremely important to retention and building a big residual check. Is building a community where people feel trusted and feel like they're getting value.
And don't feel like you have to wait on someone else to do it. We've got some of our Tampa leaders right here. I got an invite to attend a culture event this Saturday. They're going to make the most of it. They're going to have business conversations. They have an agenda. But the real point is to really create community, and they're initiating that, right? So if that's not happening in your area, don't wait. Make it happen. You're a part of the community. Make it happen.
Yeah, let me give those guys a shout out. I don't know who's putting that event together in Tampa other than
J-Lo and
Graham.
Tia and Graham.
Okay,
yeah.
but I didn't know if there was anybody. There may be others involved, but I think the invite came from Jessica Perez, right?
Yeah.
That was like one of my highlights of 2018. I'm just saying. To get invited to an event from someone within my organization, just, hey, we'd like to have you guys come by, was amazing. That fired me up, that there's leaders stepping up, we're doing this, Brandon. Like, hey, Brandon, Lynette, we'd love to have you, but it's okay. Right? We're doing this with or without you. Hallelujah. That is it right there, guys. Take control of your business. Go run your business. Don't wait for uplines and cross lines, because you are the CEO of your business. And actually, a lot of the things that Lynette and I started this call out with, talking about the stuff that we had to learn from, was when we had the wrong mindset. When we were waiting for our upline to come do things for us, and we were upset at our upline, or we were upset with people in our downline because they weren't doing anything. Once we got the right mindset that we were the CEO of our business, right? Let's figure out why people aren't doing anything. And if we can't help them do something, let's at least help them find some people so we can work with those people, right? Getting the right mindset is everything in this business for sure.
And a couple little reminders. How are those points coming on tracking your points you're earning to Ireland? Do you know the answer?
I do. I know how the points go.
So hopefully you're tracking that. You know where you stand, what you need to get your butt there, because it's putting those goals out in front of yourself. And are you talking about Elite Academy to your team? It's around the corner, you guys. It's around the corner. So it should be constantly a part of your conversation, planting the seed for people who may or may not know that that's a part of our system. So yeah, just a couple of reminders.
I think we've shared enough for today. We've got some more stuff that we're going to drop on you guys next week, but hope you can benefit from some of these things. Inside the comments, we will put some of those script little reminders or templates, you might say, to use in your business. Make sure you're tracking your business, guys. What you don't measure will not grow, period. If you don't know what's going on in your group, nothing is going to happen. Measure the things that are important in your business, right? The income, what's it called? Income producing activity, IPA. Scrolling through Facebook, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, put a stopwatch on it. Put a stopwatch on your social media time consumption. Whatever you want. Like I got an hour. I'm gonna spend an hour a day on social media. I'm gonna spend 2 hours a day on social media. Put a stopwatch to it, and when that hour's up, do not open it up for the rest of the day because it's a trap. It is not usually an IPA, an income producing activity. Now, if you have an hour and you can be in Facebook, make sure that hour is not entertainment and it's income producing activity where you're going in there to create conversations, you're having conversations, you're putting some of these messages in that we gave you suggestions of today, right? That's fantastic. Spend 10 hours in Facebook a day. I mean, Angel Fletcher does, right? She's the queen of 15-hour days on Facebook. Not that many people, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want that to be my life. But I bet I spend an hour to 2 hours a day in social media. And it's hard sometimes because Facebook is entertaining. Don't get caught up with that, guys. Put a stopwatch on it and help build your business with income producing activities, whether that's in Facebook, out of Facebook. Just make sure that when that time is so precious, make sure the little bit of time you have for your network marketing business that it's an income producing activity. Go put some events on, get something with this hair care. We'll help you any way that we can help you guys with your hair care launch. And we'll talk to you guys next Monday.
See you guys. Take care.
Bye.